Hi, I'm going to start my review for the 2020 Dodge Charger RT, and I'm going to start talking about the miles per gallon in this car. I got 24 miles per gallon in this car driving in the city, and I got 35 miles per gallon driving in the highway. This compared to one of the old cars that I had before, which was a Hyundai Accent. I got 30 miles per gallon in that car, and 35 miles in the city, and 35 miles per gallon in the highway. So this being a V8 and using 5.7 liters of fuel displacement versus 1.4 liters in the Hyundai Accent, you get almost as good miles per gallon as the inline 4, but you get that super performance of the V8. And the engine here is as I was telling you earlier, it's a 5.7 liter V8 engine that makes max 370 horsepower, and it makes 395 pound-feet of torque. This thing EcoBoost, that's a rival to this, or a GT, unlike those cars where you're limited to just 123 miles per hour due to a government restriction that is on it. Because when I drove the EcoBoost and I accelerated in the freeway, the engine and power stops at 123 miles per hour, and that's it. The turning radius in this car is actually perfect, so it's great for tight steering and when you make a tight turn, also for U-turn. So if you make a lot of U-turns, and most people do when they want to go to the opposite way or something, they don't need to reverse once they go in the other lane when trying to make a U-turn. This car also has sport mode, which increases the engine response and the throttle, and increases your revolutions per minute to go even faster, so the pistons move up and down more ferociously. And the torque you get from this car, wow, all I can say is wow, it's incredible. Once you put your foot down all the way, you just want to, you're not going to care about anything else like the miles per gallon, because you just want to keep on accelerating without stopping. Most of the cars like this car, you think that the handling would be bad, just like the Ford Mustang, but all these muscle cars, the engineers make the traction control and the mechanics in the car so precise and precision engineered that they're pretty much perfect whenever you steer, and doesn't give you understeer or you don't oversteer. The main reason why people would buy Dodges, and I can see why so many people buy Dodges, as this is the first time I drove a Dodge before I didn't. The reason why is not just from the sheer performance from the car, but the noise that emits from the exhaust. The exhaust, when you put it in sport mode or even regular driving mode, is just loud. It's so loud, it echoes throughout like 3 blocks, I would say. It's just insane of what this exhaust sounds like. At the end of the video, I'll let you hear what the exhaust sounds like from just a little throttle to putting my foot down all the way down on the throttle pedal, so you can fully hear what the exhaust does. And after you hear that, you're probably gonna really want to buy this car, because just from that exhaust, the car is just really fun. From 370 horsepower that you get, all you need is 370 horsepower, honestly, to be happy in life and have fun. But I can't even imagine how the Hellcat would feel, or even the Scat Pack. But hopefully I can get one from Dodge soon. The transmission of this car is solid, along with the traction control system, because they puts the power down on the ground. The car actually sticks on the ground like glue when you accelerate hard, as later on when you see the acceleration video that I'll post, you can see how well this car handles. I was doing 111 miles per hour on the curves of the freeway. That's how good this car sticks to the road and could put the power down. One of the bad things about this car, it's not that bad, you get used to it, but the front hood of the car is even higher than the Mustang that I drove, so this gets a bit annoying, but as I said, you'll get used to it, and it's not that bad once you had this car for a while. I would highly recommend getting this car rather than a Camaro or a Mustang, because the sheer noise that it makes, it's way louder than a Mustang or a Camaro. And I'll show you an example right now. Let me just make this U-turn and show you how loud this is. And here's the example how good the turning radius is, easily making that U-turn right there. And to go into sport mode of this car, all you need to do is just press a button that's right here where it says sport. You press it, instantly your engine, it turns from being a fun driving car to being a total beast. Here, I'll put the windows down so you can hear how this sounds. I don't know if you could hear that because of the intense noise from the wind, but that thing is insane. The exhaust itself, I'll say it is better than a Mustang. But I don't know about the GT500. That's a tough choice between the GT500 or the Charger Hellcat. Ooh, that's one hard choice to make. But with this exhaust, you would want to have it in sport mode all the time and just accelerate. Even if there's traffic in the street, you just want to keep on accelerating to hear that noise constantly, because you'll get addicted to that noise. It just sounds so good and satisfying. And that'll be all for my review.